Why, hello everyone. Welcome to Redneck Ways. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? I hope you guys sat fine and dandy. It is Saturday, guys. It's almost 2 o'clock. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. You guys remember these? The spindlegram or graph? I seen it and I picked it up. I remember when I was a kid. It's a 10-piece set. Looks like it even comes with ink pens. I hope it does, because I was wanting some colored pens, so I just noticed that. But I thought we'd check it out. I can't remember if I had one of these before or not. So, I need a record or something hard to put the paper on. I guess we'll use this, put this record down. Get some paper. Open this up. I don't want to tear it. I don't know if it's got tape on it or what. I want to be able to put it back in the package when we're finished. I think it has tape right here. Maybe. Where does it just come down? Let's see. Yeah, it should just come. Wow, there. Yeah, it did. Alright, cool deal. Didn't have to work too hard on that one. Let's see if it gives us pencils. I always loved how they made these designs. I don't think I ever did have one of these. Let's see. Oh, it even has some paper. Cool. Well, if I can get it coming out. What is going on here? It's stuck. Oops. Now I've already ripped it. My goodness, they had that thing in there tight. There we go. I got it. I don't think I'm going to be able, unless you can reuse this package. I don't think you can. Because there ain't no way to put that back in there. Well, I tried to save it. Alright. Yeah, it did come with 2 markers, guys. Okay. So, let's open her up here. And this ain't all this video is going to be about, guys. I just wanted to check it out with you guys. But I did find a piece of testing equipment. The old Heath kit. So we'll look at that here in a minute. It's for TVs. Test equipment for a television. Alright, there's our markers. Here's our die. Alright. Yeah, maybe I could put them back in there and slide it back in that. Who knows? We'll try. Alright, let's see how this works. I kind of read the instructions a little bit. And it said to put this down like that. And then you pick your die. Let's try that one. It said kind of hold that in like that. There's a marker. It said to hold on to this and then do a 90-degree and go around. Oh, it's working. Well, wasn't that neat? Let's get another die. Let's use blue. Let's use blue this time. Let's use this big die. Put it right in the middle. There we go. 90 degrees. Oops, I think I messed it up. It's kind of hard to do. The big one. this blue one's a little hard because I don't know if it's hard, but there isn't much room. So let's see what that looks like. I know I messed up a little bit. That's pretty cool. Let's try this little tiny one over here. Isn't that neat? I mean, it's the simplest thing that makes these beautiful designs. Then you go to another hole and it'll do something different. Let's try another one. Let's go back to red. Really neat. Let's try this here. Do it right in the middle. Wow, that is cool. Yeah, I never had one of these when I was a kid. I remember seeing them. I think my niece had one. Let's try this little tiny one. Well, that's neat. Let's try one more if we put it up. Let's see which one. Let's do this stuff. Put it up in the corner. 90 degrees. There we go. How neat is that, guys? All kinds of cool looking designs. Spinograph. Alrighty. Well, I just lost one of my die. And one of my markers. And I was able to put it back in the package. So that's cool. It kind of moves around a little bit down there, but I can store it. Put it back up on the wall. Put it back over here on the hanger, on the peg, so I can play with that after a while. Cool deal. Alrighty, guys. Now, like I was saying, I have this new Heath kit piece of equipment, and I wasn't going to buy it, honestly, because I don't work on TVs. I just work on radios. The TVs, it's a lot more complicated, and I just don't deal with them. But I thought it might be interesting to just take a look at this old thing and look inside, see what kind of tubes it has, and just look and see what it does here on the front. First, when I first saw it, I thought it had a CRT in it, but I don't think it's any type of CRT. I think it's just some type of gauge. But it has like places to, I guess these hook to the different, like the blue gun, red gun, green gun, and it's able to check how bright the collar is. So I really don't know what it is, but it's very light, and it ain't gonna take up much space on the shelf. And maybe one of you guys out there might need this. If you don't already have one, and if you do, put in the comments if you want it, and we'll find a way to get it to you. But anyway, let's look at it. Let's take a little peek at it. Take a peek inside. Of course, it's made by Heath Kit. That was the do-it-yourself company. They would send you a box full of parts, and you would put it together. They had all kinds of different things. You could even make your own TV if you wanted to. So they had TVs, radios, you name it, like ham radios. I mean, Heath kit had everything, and a lot of people would get those kits at Christmas time, and they would have something to play with all winter, putting together solder. So I kind of missed out on that. I wish I would have started at a younger age on electronics, but kind of started in my later years. But it's never, I guess, too late to learn. So, but we'll take a little peek at this, guys. Before we get started, guys, let's show you this little picture here of this raccoon possum that I caught last night in the traps. All week last week, I caught a critter. Monday, I caught a big old raccoon. No, I caught a big groundhog Monday. Went and released him. I got a place out in the country. I'll take everything and release it. Cut all this down at my job at the mill. But anyway, for Monday, I caught a big groundhog. Tuesday, I caught a big raccoon. Wednesday, I caught a possum. I think it was a possum. Yeah, a possum. Thursday, caught another big old raccoon. Friday, caught another raccoon. This morning, caught a raccoon and a possum. I have been busy, and this is just another part of my job. I guess being a exterminator, but I don't exterminate. I just get them out there, take them to the country. But here's that picture again. Aren't they cute? And I guess where they're around us all the time, around the building, they're not scared of you. So yeah, little critters, but they get into our feed. They tear Jack up, man. They tear up Jack. So it's been a battle. When I went on vacation last week before last, when I got back, the boss man, he didn't know, because I was covering for these animals. I was cleaning up after them, putting, like they would get into a bag, I would just rebag it. And so I was gone, and while I was gone, he said they was tearing everything up. So yeah, I've been busy for the last 2 weeks getting them out of there. But alright, let's get to that. Whatever it is. I don't even know what it is, guys. Something Heath kit. Alrighty, guys. Let's get into this thing. I'm kind of wondering what it looks like inside. Now, like I was saying, this is a piece of TV equipment. And I say it's probably 1950 or 60s. And give y'all a close look there. It says, here's your red gun, blue gun, green gun. So I guess it's to check the tube. It's got normal and short. It's got a little red light, I guess, here to indicate it was on. Right here it has a VT positioner. It has a horizon positioner and intensity pull for power on. Oh, so that's how it comes on. Here's the horizontal, and vertical. And then we have this little dial that I find very interesting. I don't know what it does. I don't know if it's got a CRT behind it. I think it just probably lights up. It's got a burst, and I don't know, because I don't work on TVs. I just thought it was really interesting. It's got a couple little feet down here. One of them's missing. It's got a nice little handle. Here's the back. It says the Heath Company, and let me take some of these wires off so we can see what else is back here. Now I did show these little wires here, and looks like they're color coded, so I would say that would go to the green on the picture tube. That would probably go to the green, black, red, blue. I'm guessing. And then it has your power cord, 50 to 60 watts. And here is a little switch. Says one is grid and the other one is cathode. Grid, cathode. I probably should have watched a video and seen if this was on a video or something before we did, but we're just going to look at it. It's like I already said, I have no idea even how to use it. But it's neat looking and yeah, just cool looking. It is very cool to me. But let's open her up, guys, and I want to see inside. It has a tag here. It says it's a model 10-1128. It's wired for 120 volts. So let's see how we open it up. I guess we take this screw, this one, and usually all this stuff pulls from the back. I don't know if I have to take these out up here on top or not. I may have to take these two out. Let's take these three out first and see where we go. Let's get the tools over here. I've been looking for another cool radio because I need to get a couple projects for this winter. And I have had a dry spout here lately on finding anything. I'm going to have to travel. I've been finding some really neat, interesting things, but not radios. But we're still going to be working. I'm actually finally going to order two for that car radio at General Motors. This one here. I'm going to place the order today, guys. We kind of left this one hanging. We're going to get that tube that was missing so we can see if this old thing will play. It's a 1950s Chevrolet car radio. I have been searching the web for these knobs, and I have had no luck finding anything. But that can change, you know. Things always pop up on eBay. So, still looking. But anyway, back to this old piece of equipment. And like I was saying in the early video, if somebody out there is interested in this old thing, put it in the comments and let me know, and we'll find a way to ship it to you. It weighs about probably 15 pounds. I've definitely shipped heavier stuff, so. Alright, let's see her. I have no use for it. I don't think. Unless I can use one of these tubes or something and something else one day. That'd be the only thing I could think it. I could, what I could maybe use anything of it for. I feel like those are coming all the way out. I don't know what happened. And they're not coming out for some reason. Did I not get this one here? Nope. There we go. That one came out. Oh, that was that wire. Not wire, but this switch. I don't think it has to come on. That's weird. That one came loose. Let's take some of these up on top. Out. Let's see if that helps us any. Usually all the heat kit stuff pulls up from the back. The guy that I bought this off of, he had two more pieces of test equipment. He had another something like this, but it was a little bit bigger, and then it was all for TVs though. that out to see if that helped. No, it did not. We're still. I guess we just got to take, maybe it's like a clamshell. Maybe it's because we got screws down here too. So I'll probably have to end up putting those back in because those had a nut, felt like, or something on the other side. Yeah, that's what it does. It clamshells. There we go. It does have a CRT. Well, look at that. Huh. I didn't think it would have a CRT. Here's the model number, heat kit. In here, somebody wrote it in pencil. Here's a serial number. This says it's a model IC-1129. It says replace fuse with safe. Okay, let's see if we take the other. Now, what did I took something apart over here, guys. We need to figure out what I did because I need to tighten that back up. It looks like somebody did a good job putting this together. Let me see if I can run those screws back up tight. So I didn't have to take them out. Yeah, they've got a nut over here. That's what I was thinking. It would have a nut. I need a little screwdriver to hold those so I can get those back in. Let's see. Yeah. We'll have to put that back together. It's got a cute little CRT in it. But it has some capacitors. I thought it would have a couple little tubes in it, but I don't see any tubes, just the CRT. Maybe that's all. All it does maybe is just, I don't know, that's weird. Let's take this other side off so you can see even better. Man, I'm gonna have a bunch of screws to put back. Alright, there's the other side. Man, it's got a nice looking transformer, but there is no tubes in it. Just this big old CRT, or this little CRT. That capacitor looks like it's seen better days. But it's got a nice little transformer on it. That was worth the $5 if I need a transformer, and it's numbered. Like I said, CRT. But there's no other. I'm going to end up dropping that. I need to put them screws. I didn't have to take them screws. Let's go ahead and put them screws back in the top before I drop. I didn't have to take those 4 out up here. Let's get these back in. Yeah, take them out. I'm thinking, what do you think, guys? Should we put it on the Variac and bring it up slow and see if we get the CRT to light up? I'm thinking we should. I'm kind of wondering how. I guess it didn't need no tubes to light up, but you would think it would need least 1 or 2 tubes. But it don't have anything. It's just got a fuse and a little CRT. CRT is, what is the brand? It just says 3RP1A. Made in Japan. So I guess that's the number 3. It's a 3RP1A. It's a big old tube, ain't it, guys? Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Here you go. I can give you all a close-up look. Everything. There ain't much down there. Just a little transformer. Some resistors. And some disc capacitors. And some ultralitic capacitors. Which I say they're probably dry as a bone. But we can bring it up slow on the Variac. So what I'll do, guys, I'll put her back together. Not much to see in there. And I've actually got to put a wire back on my Variac that popped off. And I'll fix that. And we'll get it on there and start giving it the juice. And see if we can at least get some activity out of it. Alrighty. I'll be back. Let me get it back together. Alright, guys, I'm back. I had to test the voltages because I couldn't remember where the wire went, so I had to use my alligator clips and find where this yellow wire goes. And it goes on the third because the bottom has a real high voltage. You can really get a lot more out of these Variacs. You just the way you wire them up. And the very top one was real low voltage. So we know which one to do now, so we're going to put it on here, get it tightened down. I was hoping there's a little piece of wire still on there, because it broke a long time ago, about 2 months ago. And I was hoping there was still a piece of wire left, so I could just easily hook it up. But nope, had to get the multimeter out. All that. Sometimes these wires can be a pain in the rear end. Which I don't know how it broke in the first place. Very true. Let's see if that'll tighten up. There we go, good and tight. Let's check it one more time. Okay, down on 0. Let's crank it all the way up. Now I've only got this set for 86 volts, so 87. There's a little stop point. It could go on, but we got 87 volts. But I had I forget what happened, but I had soldered a little piece on here, and one of the wires back together, and now it's got a little stopping point. I could pull up and go farther. I just don't. Everything I've worked on, 87 volts has been enough. So we got that hooked up. So let's take this out, the plug in. And let's bring it over. Let's bring this over. The heat kit, the color TV tester. And we're going to see if we can get anything out of it. Get the light up. Man, I got too much junk over here. I'm going to have to do spring or winter cleaning. I've got to go through here and put stuff I'm not using, put it up somewhere. I'm actually out of room. Thinking about getting another little storage building. Lowe's, or not Lowe's, but Sam's, they have a little outbuilding. It's made out of plastic. It's really nice. I think they're wanting $500 for it. And it has a floor and everything. I think it's 12 by 12. That'd be awesome to have either put my storage or make it where I can do my woodwork crafts. Yeah, I don't know. I do know one thing. I'm out of room. But also, this spring I'm wanting to buy one of those little pull behind campers. One of the small ones. Like, where are they? I think they're like 10 foot, 12 foot long. And one that's not the older ones, like the 70s, 60s, 70s, that type. And I want to start working on it and remodeling it. So maybe I should hold off and wait, because I can use it for a little bit of storage when I'm not camping. I want to do it in like a radio theme, like get it all fixed up, and I'm wanting to theme it back in the 50s and 60s, and use some of my old radios to decorate it. I just got all kinds of cool ideas. But anyway, how in the world did I get off the subject, guys? I'm bad about that. Alright, what we're going to do is we're trying not to get shocked. Step one, and step two, we're going to see if this runs. Now this says that you turn it on like that. You pull and it comes on. So what I'm going to do, actually before I plug the variac in, I need to run these other screws back in. I forgot about that. Really need a bigger screwdriver. I pulled them all out to see if there was any broken wires behind it, because I was lazy. I didn't want to have to get the multimeter and everything. I was hoping there was a little piece of wire broke where it came, my wire came off, which you would think there would have been, but there was no sign of a wire being broke. So I had to get the old multimeter. Come on. There we go. Everything tight. Okay. Let's plug in the heat kit. Now I'm going to plug in the variac, which I needed to get the variac running anyway, because I'm going to be putting new caps in my little Zenith radio here in the next week, so I'll need the variac to bring it up. Alright, let's bring it up slow. I'm going to put it on let's turn this on. That's on. And let's take it up to about 20 volts. And I'm going to let it sit there, guys. I'm going to let it sit there. Let's take it about 30. About 30 volts. And that may regenerate those filter capacitors. Alright. I'll let that sit there for a few minutes. And I'll be back. And we'll crank the voltage on up. And we'll see what we get. Alright guys. Let's crank this thing on up. And see what it does. See if it does anything. Let's see if we get any lights on. I'm kind of down it, but we'll see. Now it is on. So let's see. Let's crank her on up. Let's crank on. I don't know what it should be on the back. I got it on grid. It's on grid right now. Yep, it came on. A little light came on. A little indicator. I don't know if the CRT would come on unless you had it hooked up to something. I thought it would come on. Let's see what happens if we switch that little switch. Nothing. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a little green. Can you see that? kind of moves around. That's kind of neat. Move it up and down. Wow, that's pretty cool. Make it smaller, make it bigger, move it all around. I don't know if the whole screen's supposed to be green or not. Let's turn out some lights. Let's see. Old chair's been noisy. Well, that's all we get. Hold on, guys. I want to shut this door. It sounds like the neighbor's starting to holler. We've been having trouble. Our neighbor's been getting super wasted drunk. And last night, when I went out to eat about 11, I seen her laying on the sidewalk, so we had to call the ambulance. Look at that, guys. But she was okay. She was just drunk. But now everybody's out there talking about it. But anyway, check it out. Ain't that pretty nifty? It's pretty nifty just to move around like that. Now I've only got 180 or 89 volts. If I probably plugged it on in up to the 120 volts, that may light all the way up. I don't know. I don't know how I use this. So it is what it is. But ain't that cool? I think it's pretty neat. And the little CRT still works. So like I was saying, maybe if I put up to 120 volts, it may get brighter, more of a line. You kind of move that with your finger. Pretty neat. But I'm not going to put the 120 volts on it because it definitely needs new ultraletics. So we'll just leave it like that. It's pretty neat. It still kind of works though, ain't it, guys? Alright, I guess that'll about do it on the little Heath kit. If any of you guys out there ever use one of these or know how to use it, put it in the comments. Is a common little tool for someone that worked on televisions all the time? I wonder what the burst is. The B negative Y6 appears Y negative or R Y. I guess it tells somehow how bright the picture is on the TV. You got down here normal or short, and you have the red gun, blue gun, and green gun. Alright. I hope everybody's doing good, guys. I hope everybody's doing fine and everything's going your all's way. Until the next one, I'll see you right here at Redneck Ways. Bye, guys.